The immigration program which I wish to introduce to you today is called a startup visa program. But the upside is that within 6 months or so, your PR application would be in process. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sajjad Malik. I'm a business and immigration lawyer, a barrister and solicitor in Ontario, Canada, and I'm speaking to you from my office in Ontario. The immigration program which I wish to introduce to you today is called a startup visa program. This program is meant for those of you who have innovative or creative ideas in their mind, and then they wish to secure support from a Canadian company or Canadian designated institution or a body from Canada. Now, in this program, you bring up your innovative, creative idea with all the documentation which would set out that idea, as well as your profile, your ability to handle business. You take this idea to one of 3 designated organizations. One, you take this idea to a venture capital fund and try to secure their support and try to convince them that they invest 200,000 Canadian dollars in your business. Number 2, you may go to an angel investor with this creative and innovative idea and try to convince that angel investor that angel investor is able to support your idea and provide a funding of 75,000 Canadian dollars into your business. The third organizations are called business incubator organizations. So you can go to them. There is no minimum funding requirement, but if they also support you on this idea, then they may also be able to issue you a commitment certificate or a letter of support. What happens in this program, that with your creative idea, you develop documentation in such a way that you are able to go to one of these 3 classes of business organizations or designated institutions or organizations in Canada, try to convince them over the idea. If they are convinced and they are able to issue you a letter of support or a commitment certificate, then based on that letter of support or commitment certificate, you can go ahead and submit your PR application. There are 4 basic elements which are required for this program. Number 1, you should have a running business entity in Canada. You should have a qualified business in Canada. Number 2, you should get support from the designated organizations, including groups like approved venture capital companies, approved angel investors, or approved business incubators. Number 3, you have to secure a minimum of English proficiency level of CLB5 in your IELTS exam. And number 4, you have to establish that you are able to support yourself and your dependent family members for a period of 1 year. So this process would lead directly to the PR application. Once you have secured letter of support, you have established your Canadian business entity, you have completed your English proficiency exams, and you have the ability to show that you have enough settlement fund lying in your account, you may be able to submit your PR application right away. And depending on the processing time, the country, the background checks, everything, it may take 1 or 1.5 years to get your permanent residence done in Canada. Now, one important salient feature of this program is that when you have submitted your PR application, you could even apply for a work permit. And based on that work permit, you could come to Canada before the processing, before the final decision on your PR application, or while your application is being processed. This program is meant for innovative and creative people who have those business ideas which could secure them the support from these designated bodies. This program has become extremely important during this period when entrepreneur immigration programs are taking a lot of time, because in entrepreneur programs you have to come up with the application process, you have to run the application process, and once you are selected, depending on 1 to 2 years of timeline, then you are able to come on a work permit to Canada. You establish your business for another, depending on which province are you going to, for 1 year or 2 years, and then you seek support from the province. Once you have the support, you submit your PR applications. Compared to that, in startup visa program, the timeline, which is when you're interacting with your Canadian designated organization, that time may run in months, and within that period of time you're able to get letter of support based on which you submit your PR application right away. So within 6 months period, you may be able to submit your PR application. Now, how can we help you in this process? My firm is a business firm and a business law and an immigration law firm. So we may be able to help you in developing that concept. We may be able to work with your management consultants to refine your project, you refine your idea, to complete all documentation which you require to go to the designated organizations. And in this process, we may be able to help you along with our business partners to secure you the letter of support. The letter of support would be the key to your permanent residence application. So if you need any support from us, this is a program meant for innovative, creative people who are willing to invest in a Canadian business, who are willing to go ahead and secure support from the designated organizations, and who are willing to bear the cost of this program. Before the PR application, you may be looking at $100,000 to $150,000 of expense or cost which you may incur, but the upside is that within 6 months or so, your PR application would be in process. Please let us know if you like the video. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. If you wish to get in touch with us, my contact details are at the end of this video, and you may get in touch and we can discuss this idea further. Thank you very much and have a good day.